Oh, oops. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Are we live? Yeah, okay, good. All right, we're hearing a motion to strike. I've reviewed everything. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's get started.
Your Honor, Brandon Steffi for the plaintiff. This is a premises liability case wherein on November 15th, 2018, my client's right foot went through the termite infested and rotten floor and subfloor, causing her to sustain injuries. This case is set for trial on October 12th. We're mediating this case this Friday with Mr. Gary Berman. We've met all elements of our premises case. We've got negligent repairs. We've got evidence that they concealed the defects when they leased her the unit, and we've got evidence that they retained control of the floors at all relevant times. On January 30th of this year, we filed our affidavits concerning cost and necessity of services related to 1, the chiropractic care, 2, the orthopedic care, 3, the imaging, and then 4, the anesthesia and outpatient surgery facility fees.
And the counter affidavits were over 100 days late, is that right?
It is correct. That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Gibson, is that correct? Was the affidavit filed over 100 days late?
I think under the new statute, Judge, I think their calculations are correct on that. And that's why we moved for leave.
All right, so let me just say this. I admit I'm pretty strict on these counter affidavits. They increase the cost of trial, and I'm pretty strict on them generally. Somebody who's over 100 days late is I've never not struck an affidavit that was that late. I strike most late filed counter affidavits, to be honest. The only time I can think of is a situation where the affidavit and the medical record affidavit and the billing record affidavits were not filed together. And so, Mr. Gibson, unless you have some really strong argument, I'm going to probably go ahead and strike it.
Judge, the only thing I can say is that it obviously did not get calendared under the new rule. I was not the attorney who answered the file. Both that attorney and the legal assistant who was on the case are gone now. So that's the only, that's the best I can do.
I respect that, and I'm not holding you responsible in any way, and so I'm going to go ahead and strike it. That does not mean, Mr. Steffi, that he's not able to call this doctor live if he's properly been designated. I know some judges will strike when they strike the counter affidavit. They also strike him as a witness. I don't do that, so. That's a separate standard under Docket or timeliness and different deadlines. And so I don't want you to try to take the position that because I struck it for being untimely, is that somehow I'm striking him for other reasons. So do you have a proposed order you submitted?
I do. It was filed probably about 9 o'clock this morning. I can email it to Ms. Pinson right now if that would be better.
Let me see if I have it, and I don't want to waste your time. Oops, wrong date. Today's the 21st. Let me see if I have it.
I showed that it was filed at 9:17 a.m. I don't know if it's been accepted yet.
It has not been. It doesn't look like.
I will have it to Ms. Pinson in less than 2 minutes.
Okay. Rhonda, can you go ahead and email it to me when you get it? And anything else we need to chat about? One other thing I would say is you guys are set for trial on the October 13th, as you can probably guess, especially with the new Supreme Court order. There is no way you're going to trial that day. I don't mind just waiting till that week, or if you want to reset it now, I'm okay with that.
I have no strong preference, Your Honor.
When are you anticipating, Your Honor, that I think the order went up to December? Is that correct?
Kind of. I mean, the judges are the order, if you've read it, is not a model of clarity. The way I interpret it is that, and we're not allowed to try cases until we get a jury plan in place, and we don't have a jury plan in place yet, but we're working on that. And so I just know that there's no way that we can try, even if we got the jury plan adopted tomorrow, which isn't going to happen, there's no way that we would be able to try this on October 13th. I'm going to try to have a docket on November 10th, and then that would be my only jury trial docket of the year, and then start trying cases a little more regularly in January if the jury plan goes into effect. But there's just no way it's going to be on October 13th.
Right.
And I don't really want to set you on November 10th, because with this new order out, I think I have to have a jury plan, or the county has to have a jury plan in place. And so I already have 4 cases set that day. So bottom line is I'd rather go ahead and set this next year.
I think January, pretty much any time would be all right with us.
Same here, Your Honor.
You want to do January 5th?
I've got one setting on the 4th or 5th, and I think I've got another. Could we do it the second week, Your Honor? On the
every other week that month is totally booked, and it has a special setting as well. So even if we were able to go to trial that month, I have special settings every other week, so it'd have to be in February.
We'll take the 5th.
I mean, you could do February if you prefer.
I would prefer January.
Okay.
That's okay with Mr. Gibson.
No objection.
And also something else to kind of be aware of. This isn't decided, but I want to kind of give you something to just chew on. I think the plan is going to be, but I can't say for sure, is that we're going to be doing jury selection via Zoom, and then we're going to be doing trials possibly in person. That's the newest idea that I've heard floated. I don't know that that's for sure, but if I were you guys, I would make sure that you are very proficient with Zoom by January. It's just, it looks like the direction we're going in. That's not 100%, but that's what it's looking like.
Well, we've had to learn a few new tricks in the last 6 months, Judge.
That's old dogs.
That's old dogs.
Your Honor, are we going to have to wear face shields in addition to face mask? Is that true, or?
I don't, not currently, unless that's part of the jury plan. We had a reopening plan that requires masks, but not face shields. And that includes for jurors, attorneys, everybody. But the jury plan hasn't been adopted. So I'm involved with writing the remote portion of it. I'm not involved with writing the in-person portion of it, and whatever we do has to be approved by the regional judge. I would guess that probably we would not need face shields, but that's just purely a guess at this point. So I don't know. We'll see. So,
Judge, if I might ask, and you may not know this, you might be able to tell from looking at me that I have some high risk factors under these conditions. Is there going to be a provision to consider that in the case?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
In fact, I would tell you in my court, if you objected to having the trial live, I would have it all be remote. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing that you're over 60. Is that right, Mr. Gibson?
Over 60 and overweight.
Yeah.
And
if you're part of the vulnerable population in the 68th, you're not going to go, and you have an objection, you would not go to trial live.
All right.
But that doesn't mean that you get to put off trials forever either. That means
I understand you. I understand.
You need to learn how to use Zoom, and we got to keep the wheels of justice. We don't know when this is going to be over. Even Trump is saying it'll be April, and I think that means it's probably going to be October. So
yeah, I mean, it took us a couple of months to ramp up even to start to use this technology. So, but we've been doing it for several months now. So hopefully, if we have to do it that way, we'll do it that way.
Yep, it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. That's why I want to do that trial in November, just to figure out how to do it.
Right.
There's a lot of, it went relatively smoothly. They've done one in Bear, and they've started one they started one in Bear, and they've done one in Travis. It's just going to be, it is what it is. So, Mr.
Okay.
Steffi, you look concerned. Are you okay?
Yes, Judge. Thank you very much.
Mr. Steffi, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you look concerned. So
I'm concerned about getting this case to trial. But yeah, yes, Your Honor, we're good. Thank you.
all right, guys, we'll go ahead and Rhonda reset this to January 5th. Send them a new notice. Have you been to mediation yet?
Well, that's we're
You've been going with Berman this Friday.
It's not for Friday, but I want to talk to Brandon about that just because of where we are in discovery. But anyway, that's not any of your concern.
You need to get it mediated before January. I'll just say
absolutely. That. Absolutely. We will do that.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
You be safe.
Good
And Rhonda, go ahead and give me a call. Rhonda had a question for me. Hey, Rhonda, what's up? Mhm. So he signed it the same day that he got it? When was that? Yeah, they're not. So just so you know, I'm allowed to waive the 72 hours. JPs aren't. So I don't know what to do. When was that, today? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I think they'd have to reissue the license, I think. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, but the only thing I could think of would be to have to reissue the license. If it was the same day, I can sign the waiver and then send it over to JP to do the wedding, but I can't sign, I'm not going to backdate a waiver from today. I just don't feel comfortable with that. That would be illegal. Yeah, but if they reissue it and he wants me to sign the waiver tomorrow, I'd be glad to sign the waiver tomorrow when I'm in, and if they want to come in the morning, I can sign the waiver and then I can send it over to him if he wants to do it tomorrow. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. So Andrea, Julian, I don't think you guys have been to the courthouse yet. Is that right? Do y'all want to try to come in at some point to the courthouse, or when would you like to come in?
I haven't been since I interviewed with you.
And Andrea?
I've not been at all, but whenever I can come, I would clear my schedule for it.
So what we could do is maybe.
Still on YouTube, Judge.
Oh, shoot.